What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share the video. Hit the join button and become a member. Wow! With members, get exclusive content. Hit the bell icon on my channel so that you'll receive a notification every time that I drop a video, and you can go and check the video out. Let's get into it. This is a response to Nina Boy. It's not just really Nina Boy. There are others. Melvin Farmer, I guess he's from A-Trade Gangster, and whomever else that has had something to say about the so-called peace talks, peace walks that transpired in South Los Angeles there a few weeks ago. I posted the footage here on the channel. Many people have been coming after Nina Boy or have came after him, some OGs here on YouTube and on the internet, for his response and the things that he had to say. I'm not here to pile on to Nina Boy. Nina Boy said in a later video that people are clout chasing anyone who mentions his name, essentially, coming after him for what he had to say, that they are all just clout chasing. I'm not here to clout chase. I don't know Nina Boy and, don't know anything about his channel. The video popped up on my feed, and I also, Aunt Hefe's response to Nina Boy had popped up on my feed. And this is how I caught wind of it. My family's from East Coast, some real hitters. And as I've said on many occasions, I have a certain affinity for the East Coast Crips. I don't know Nina Boy personally and have nothing against him. And I don't want to pile on him because, we all need grace and need room to make mistakes and say things and do things that we shouldn't say and do. And when you do that and your reputation takes a hit, everyone wants to pile on you and jump on you, even people that was just cool with you. So I'm not necessarily here for that. But it's important that I clear a few things up. For one, Nina Boy has a platform, and if he's putting out information out there that can hinder the potential movement and the potential freedom of the people, then I'm going to speak on it. I have to clear up the misinformation because I'm a part of the movement. Let me make myself clear. I'm a part of the peace movement. I stand for peace amongst black people. Don't necessarily care about peace amongst anyone else right now. We need to focus on ourselves and cultivate peace amongst one another, and now, fast, immediately, because people are dying continuously in the black community and have been for decades. So I'm speaking on this, for one, to clear up the misinformation that may have been put out there by Nina Boy and others. Because the misinformation can hinder the movement. It can influence people in the wrong direction. And so it's my job, if I'm about the peace, to help clear that up and clarify a few things. I'm going to do that. I don't give a fuck who likes it and who does not. I could not care less. I'm also going to speak on this because I love black people, and I too am tired of seeing black people die at the hands of other black people for no damn reason. The dumbest reason in the world. Gang banging is the dumbest thing in the world. The stupidest. I'm from over here and you from literally around the corner. You stay around the corner on a different street. We are both black, and I'm going to unalive you because you stay in this part of the ghetto and your mother's trying to hustle up $1 every day to buy a loaf of bread to feed your ass, like my mother's trying to hustle up $1 to buy a loaf of bread to feed my ass. We don't own shit. We don't have nothing. We're all hated and despised. We're both hated and despised in this world. But we're going to turn around and despise and hate one another as well because you stay around the corner? What sense does that make? It's the dumbest thing ever. So I'm totally against it. And That's why I'm speaking on it. And I'm also speaking on it because I have always been on the front lines when it comes to any black situation. I have always been a profoundly proud black man. I remain so. And I have always wanted freedom and been willing to die for that freedom for my people. Yes, I've gangbanged. Yes, I've harmed my people as well. But when it comes down to it, once there is peace amongst black people, inevitably, and more than likely, there's probably going to be a war with someone else to gain our freedom. And I'm going to be on the front lines of that. That's why I'm speaking on it. I'm not going to be held up in some room on a microphone, on YouTube. I'm going to be out there in the street dying for the freedom. I'm going to be involved in the war. On the front line, the vanguard. I promise you, my life is an illustration of it. And since I'm going to be involved, and I am involved, and my life is on the line, and my potential children's lives are on the line, your children's lives are on the line, then I had better speak out, but not just speak and talk. I'm about that action. You'll see, let's have peace amongst the brothers. And then do what is necessary to obtain our freedom by any means necessary. Now, I just believe that Nina Boy is perhaps misinformed. And I saw some of the video that he did, and he's saying, this is how we did it on the east side. This is how it should have been done. And it shouldn't have been advertised on the internet, he said. It shouldn't have been paraded on the internet, these so-called peace talks. Now, again, these were not necessarily peace talks. Aunt Hefe and Kev Mack has clarified exactly what happened. Aunt Hefe made it clear. He said that Tiny Menace had made a video that went viral. And in this video, Tiny Menace from H-Ray Gangster was saying that he's tired of the nonsense, tired of all of the bullshit, tired of all of the violence, and he's about to holler at the 60s and, essentially try to broker some sort of peace between them. Again, the video went viral. They ended up discussing it, and it was really between the H-Ray Gangsters in the 60s. All of these other hoods and people were invited, and they showed up. Apparently also exhausted with the incessant violence in the black community. And everyone has had something to say about it. And a lot of it is negative. How can there be peace when people are still being unalive? Man, the youngsters, the shooters don't want to hear that. Man, we don't give a damn about the shooters, bro. Straight up. We the shooters. We were the shooters at one time. We have no problem with being that again. These are our neighborhoods. These shooters are young dudes. They got to listen to us. We're not afraid of them. You might be. We're not afraid of them. We respect them. We're going to tell them this is what it is. And either you get on board or we purge you. Say it with me. Purge them. Leave a comment if you're with me and say, purge them. We have to purge the dissenters. This is the only way we're going to have peace amongst the people, unity, and then eventual freedom. That's just the way it is. Big fella, are you advocating for violence? No, sir. But I also understand that oftentimes, when you trace back the wars in history, in order for there to be peace, there must first be a cleansing. You have to get rid of all of the names of the naysayers and the gainsayers, the people who are going to negatively influence the people. They're poison. They're cancer in the community. When the Chinese had their revolution, Malcolm X spoke on this before. When the Chinese had their revolution, the first thing that they did was they purged all of the Toms, all of the sellouts. They got rid of them. They slumped them, parked them, expelled them, expunged them, exiled them, excommunicated them. There's a picture in a magazine of an 8-year-old girl, Chinese girl, at the time of the war, of the revolution. And she had a rifle pointed at the head of a man who was on his knees. An 8-year-old girl was pointing a rifle at his head as he bowed down, begging for mercy. The man was her father. And she had the rifle pointed at his head because he was a sellout. And she was a part of the war. Because when it's time for war, no one is exempt. If you're a sellout, we cleanse you and get rid of you. If you're a poison for the community and we're trying to build something, you must go. I said what I said. Now let's get into what Nina Boy had to say, and I'm going to address some of this shit. That's it.
Gang, gang, gang. What's the deal? What's the deal, man? It's y'all favorite hip hop, the Big Nina Boy, man. So, back by popular demand, right? You know, a lot of my solid supporters and just a lot of people overall want my input on, you know, the LA Crip peace meeting, right? You know, let me just say this, you know, because I go by making sure that the world acknowledge who Nina Boy is, right? You know, I started gang banging in 1996 as a minor. You see what I'm saying? Got tattooed as a minor, you know what I'm saying? Took field trips, you know what I'm saying? Went on those missions. So with that being said, you know,
first of all, anyone who started gang banging in 1996 don't got a damn thing to say about nothing. Straight up. 1996. I was in Lancaster State Prison in 96. I already did years in CYA, gang banging and bleeding and making people bleed. 1996, you have nothing to say about no hood, these hoods that have been around since the 60s and 70s. And these, oh man, let's get to it. Let me let them finish.
I don't got no dog in that fight. I'm not on the front line. I'm not putting in no work. I ain't knocking down no enemies. So I can't get involved on the politics side. But far as opinions about the meeting, yeah, I reserve my right to have my opinion. You see what I'm saying? I've been on that front line. I took them field trips. You know what I'm saying? I really did it. You know what I'm saying? But the seeing how it was broadcasted, y'all talking to somebody who was actually, you know, I was a kid when we tried to do the peace treaty at South Park. You see what I'm saying? I remember when the police was swirling around the park and all that. You see what I'm saying? It was my intake on this, right? Of course, do it need to be done? Absolutely. Make no doubt about it. We definitely need to figure out a solution how we can stop having, you know, these kids knock each other down, homie. You see what I'm saying? It's a serious problem, and it's genocide. This is not something that we don't know. Everybody know that, you know, we knocked down our own. You see what I'm saying? For less. You see what I'm saying? But when we look at the retrospect and the spectrum of gang culture and gang banging, bro, me personally, and this is no disrespect to any G that put that out there that wanted, everybody wants good. Yeah, everybody want it to happen. People in hell want cold water too. People in hell want cold water, bro. That don't mean they go get it. I think I have to acknowledge the initiative for all the G's that came together and did that, right? And I seen some hitters that, you know what I'm saying, I grew up with and all that, right? But at the same time, bro, it was done reckless. It was absolutely done reckless, because if you really wanted to make a peace meeting, you wouldn't broadcast that. You see what I'm saying? You don't, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even I'm from the East Side. You don't see none of the East Side meetings being broadcasted. You see what I'm saying? That's protocol. You're not finna put that on the internet, bro. You see what I'm saying? And when I was banging in the end of the 90s and in the early 2000s, bro, You was getting whooped on for doing that type of stuff, bro. Like that meeting right there, it was amazing that people had the great heart to want to bring that out there. But it was too many Crip cards there. I'm talking about from all sides, south, north, west. Bro, everybody politics is not the same. See, that's that for me, when I look at that, bro, everybody don't have the same politics. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like it was kind of done a little bit careless.
So he said in the 90s and in the 2000s, that's funny, that people would have got whooped on for that. Man, what nobody got whooped on. These ain't no busters. That was at these peace talks, bro. And he keeps saying that it was broadcast. One person filmed it. Skip Townsend filmed this. I posted it on my channel so that people can see what was going on. But Skip Townsend filmed it. But you didn't hear anyone speaking. No one filmed inside of the venue in the conversations and discussions that was transpiring inside. You just saw people after the fact, after they had already discussed everything, out on the street walking around. And Skip Townsend was asking questions, and they were saying, man, we just trying to come together or whatever. He's going to later say that, y'all broadcasted for the police. Nobody give a fuck, man. The police going to find out anyway. Who cares about any of that shit, man? It's bigger than that. And he said it was done reckless. How was it done reckless? He said you had Crip cars. He said cards, as in playing cards, it's cars. You had Crip cars from everywhere. Good. What's wrong with that? Everybody's politics is different. Everybody's politics is the same. It's all the same bullshit. I'm from over here, you from over there. Let's unalive one another. That's it. That's what it boils down to. It's all the same. Gang banging. Stupid. The politics are not different. How can something be done reckless? How can you criticize something that was done out of love? Kev Mack clearly loves his people, clearly loves black people. You have to even think about putting something together like this, to want to do something like this. And Hefe, he loves his people. That's it, bro. I love my people. How can you criticize them, Kev Mack, for calling people, inviting them to a place to discuss some stuff about laying these damn guns down, and then people from everywhere show up because they said, oh man, we're sick of this shit too, man. Let's start trying to get it together. How can you criticize them for showing up wherever they was from, whatever their politics are? They showed up because they care about their brothers and their children who have to grow up in this fucking mess in LA and can't walk down a fucking street without someone looking like them, accosting them in some sort of way, abusing them in some sort of way. It's your children that's gonna have to go through this shit next. So people saying we're sick of it. Gang banging started to help the communities, to protect the communities actually. Did you know that? And it devolved into something that does nothing but harm the community. Name one thing that gang banging has done that benefits the community in the last 50 years. Name one damn thing. It has done nothing but wreak havoc upon black families. That's it. And if they wanted to put a stop to it, the government, they could have stopped it decades ago. But they don't want to. But it's not on them to stop it. It's on us. So it wasn't done reckless. It was done out of love. Period. And whoever showed up, hats off to them. You see, and this is what I'm talking about. You putting this kind of stuff out here on the internet. Nothing but, I've heard nothing so far but criticism. When people showed up for the right reasons, they showed up on some positivity. No violence happened at the place. I didn't hear a damn conversation that happened, that transpired. So it wasn't broadcasted. How about saying something positive for the youth? Dudes.
I don't want to offend nobody by me having my own opinion about it because I know that everybody had the great heart. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that, to me, it was like you went against the grain a little bit. You got to understand, because at the end of the day, when you dealing with something so sensitive like that, bro, you can't speak for everybody, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, man, you gonna get whooped on for doing that. Like, ain't nobody bigger than the card. You see what I'm saying? You can't have one individual go speak on behalf of all of them without everybody knowing. Like, I know somebody out there, like, who told you to speak for us? You see what I'm saying? Like, you, and then it's broadcasted. You gotta realize, when you put something like that that's so sensitive on the internet and it's broadcasted, homie, the LAPD is watching. You got to understand. All right, when they start coming at them, think about it. That's how they get their grants and they make their money, bro. By y'all showing the world that y'all trying to stop it on the mainstream level without handling the back channels. You see what I'm saying? Like, I didn't see like, you got to realize there was a lot of G's there. How many youngsters did you see at that meeting? How many real shooters did you see at that meeting? You didn't see the shooters.
I saw the shooters. Everybody that was there was a shooter. At one point, once you're a shooter, you're always a fucking shooter. The youngsters. The youngsters don't run the hood, bro. They keep the hood going. The OGs do. The real ones. He's going to later say that can't no OG make no one call, no one OG. I don't see it. I know some OGs, bro. High ranking. Believe me, what they say goes. If they tell you to shut the fuck up and you in the hood, you gonna shut the fuck up. They run the shit for sure. Unequivocally, bro. Yeah, for sure. He said you'd have got whooped on. Who gonna get whooped on? These dudes that was there ain't no busters. I saw Lil AD there. Aunt Hefe was there. Stone from A-Trey Gangster was there. Lil Stone, my bro. Kev Mack. Jay Stone. Hoover Sam from 107. Big Twin from 107. Man, these dudes are some heavy dudes, bro. Ain't nobody finna put their hands on Big Twin or Sam. Ain't no shooter there, nothing, man. They was there because they got the power. Man, what the?
You didn't see the ones that's putting in the work. They not going for that, bro. Ain't nobody, look, I can't. One thing I don't do is I don't speak on my neighborhood politics, because that's just how we get down. I'm from the east side. You know, don't get it wrong. When me speaking, homie, look, my hood already know what I'm on. I'm doing this YouTube shit, and everybody understand that. You can't fault somebody for wanting to change their life and do better with their life, especially when you served your time. You see what I'm saying? And that's just my standpoint. But and for the people that put together that peace meeting, okay, that was amazing, man. Big props, man. Salute. And can't nobody fault you for wanting that. Everybody want that. But once again, people in hell want ice water. You got to look at it from a whole different standpoint. Can't nobody fault you for wanting to do better with your lives. But where was the where was the youngsters at? Where was all the youngsters you got to look at it like this, bro. I know everybody ain't going for that, bro. But you gotta realize I'm still logged in. I talk on the phone to my ones and twos all the time. Everybody not going for that, bro. You see what I'm saying? And ain't nobody go. No, when I say it should happen, we want this to happen. This is exactly what I mean. We definitely want this to happen. But you cannot broadcast it on the YouTube. I mean, man, come on, bro. You put it on the internet showing. And if it don't happen, who's gonna take the blame? Who gonna take the blame for it not happening? People are already doing videos like, oh, it's a ceasefire. Who said that? Who's speaking? You know how many hoods that was there? Everybody got to be there collectively, homie. You can't just do it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was just crazy to me because I'm like, hey, homie, I spent a lot of years in them streets. You know, I done been shy. I done been through, you know, a lot of them field trips, a lot of them missions, homie. You see what I'm saying? And it's a whole different generation. You got to realize somebody just got smacked from that side 2 days ago. And then you do this? You see what I'm saying? How you expect him just to accept that when them niggas went over there, tried to shoot at him, shot his baby mama, and almost killed his son? You killed his baby mama, and the son survived. You see what I'm saying? And then you like, hey, man, we gonna stop that because that's what you want to do. You got to look at the age bracket, homie. It got to be done without social media, homie. It got to be done without social media. Once again, I'm an advocate of it. I big saluted, you know, Tiny Menace from A-Trey for taking, you know, it take heart to do that. And in retrospect, it's going against the grain. You got to be brave to go against the grain, bro. You see what I'm saying? I think a lot of people want it to. I think everybody is tired of genocide. This is exactly what it is. It is genocide. And we'll knock down somebody on that other side just because they was born over there. That was them days. In today's society, a lot of it is transpired between a female, social media, and disrespect between them. It's not even really a hood collective beef because this new generation ain't going by the old rules, bro. They wasn't born. You can't expect somebody 17 years old to operate under some bylaws that took place in the 70s, homie. Shit, they mama's mama wasn't even born. You see what I'm saying? So, and then they growing up with nothing but women in the household. So they didn't have a father figure to tell them how things supposed to go. So once they get their name up, they become a young shooter. And if you can't whoop them physically with your hands, what make you think they go listen? You can't whoop him. You know he a shooter. You go play with his gangster, and just because you got stripes, somebody just go accept that, bro. This new generation is not accepting that, bro. And I say this humbly out of respect.
Yes, they are. The new generation is accepting it. Because again, the dudes who are pushing this, man, these dudes ain't no joke. You talking about some 17-year-old little street punk with a gun. We ain't worried about them. They don't run the hood. We shed blood, shedding tears for that shit to build the rep of the neighborhood in the 80s. Not 96, in the 80s when we was building our turfs. We did that long before these dudes was born. We put them on the hood. We told them they can represent the hood. And we steered them in the wrong direction. What we told them was erroneous. What we told them has cost them their lives, either in the cemetery or in prison for the rest of their life. We led them astray. It is now our duty to correct our wrong as OGs. We have to speak up and step up right now. We created this fucking mess. So we have to clean it up. So you're not going to tell us to step back and be afraid of the youngsters, these so-called shooters? And who would have got whooped on? Who gonna whoop on who? I mean, like I say, ain't nobody whooping on me. I know some G's. What nobody dare approach, bro. Motherfuckers will come up fucking missing, bro. It would be the biggest mistake and the last mistake of your life approaching these dudes, talking about why did you go to the peace treaty? You don't speak for us. Like this is your hood, and you 21 years old, cause you a shooter, and the OG that went there is 54 years old, and built this fucking neighborhood through his blood, sweat, and tears when he was really out here putting in work, and you telling him about his hood. No, it's the other way around. You gonna get your ass whooped. You gonna see the shooter come out of him now. We ain't gotta go and ask these young motherfuckers nothing. We gonna tell them this is what it is. And they gonna follow the fucking protocol. They gonna follow the protocol. They don't run the hoods. They keep the hood going. They keep the lifeblood going with their violent ways. They're the shooters. They don't run the politics of the hood, bro. Not in that hood that I know about. If the youngsters around there running y'all hood, shame on you. Y'all weak. But gangbanging itself is weak. Melvin Farmer said, let's get it straight, there cannot be peace when people's loved ones has died. He's just saying the same thing. You know, people died. His baby mama just got shot and the son didn't die. And his homie just got chipped 3 days ago. How can there be peace, man? Y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Everybody ain't with it. Well, that has happened with white people. I don't mean to always interject race, but what I do mean to do is speak reality. And the reality is that we've lost millions of loved ones at the hands of an entire race. They've brutalized people, black people, in ways that are unimaginable. And you forgive them. You go to work and your boss is white and you call him sir. Yes, sir. You don't try to unalive him. You don't see him as your enemy. You forgiving him even though he's unalived children, women, the dogs during them civil rights marches that they sicked on black people, bit the breast off of black women, bit into the groin of young black boys. These dogs did. But I see you doing nothing but forgiving them. Walking down the street with your hand around your snow bunny like she's God's gift to the earth. You disparage and denigrate the black woman, put her down, treat her like she ain't shit with your brainwashed, indoctrinated black ass. But then parade the other woman around like her shit don't fucking stink. You fucking sellouts. You forgive everyone except one another. I don't want to hear this shit about his brother may have just got killed by this hood and that's why he don't want peace. They unalived your whole fucking family. Lynched them, burned them, beat them, raped them. And you won't do nothing but smile in they fucking face to this day. They're brutalizing black people, putting bullets in their fucking head for no reason. And y'all ain't doing shit. You tough ass gangbangers ain't doing shit. You ain't organizing. You're not responding. You ain't done nothing. The only time you react and respond and get violent is against other black people. That's the only time. When a black person unalives someone that you love and care about, be it a family member or someone from your hood, you respond and react immediately to go and unalive that black person. But when the police unalive your family member, someone from your community, you ain't done shit. Coward, you ain't done nothing. So shut up.
Respect, because you got to realize the moment I decided I wanted to be a YouTuber, I wanted to change my life, I knew I was going to attract hate because I had a reputation of being a shooter. I had a reputation of being a serious type of person. But the internet will play with your gangster. It will definitely shade who you really are and give a certain perspective on the internet. I had to accept all of that, homie. I know who I am. So I can't take the internet personal. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, looking at this, homie, like I spent a lot of late nights and a lot of field trips and praying to God that I'll make it back from certain missions. And if you've been on those missions, bro, you know what I'm talking about, nigga. When you like, God, just let me make it back so I can get back to these kids. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm with it. Yeah, I'm with it. You see what I'm saying? But nigga, if we gotta go, let's go. I'm not asking no questions. Let's go. I just want to make it back. You see what I'm saying? And that was one of the things I used to deal with, nigga. And I remember my heart pumping before I jump out that car, ski mask on, ready to go. You see what I'm saying? You can't take that from no real nigga, bro. That's why I say I'm not on here to politic or go against anybody's grain far as the Keyway Nation, because I stand for it. You see what I'm saying? And I don't speak on my hood because that's one of the protocols, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to just being a real solid joint and you a member, I can speak on this and I reserve my right to speak on this, right? But at the same time, bro, it looks good. It's cool. All right, that's cool. But guess what, though? Why would you put that out there knowing the LAPD seeing what operation you trying to do? You giving them a new agenda. Oh, they trying to come together. Oh, if they come together, we're gonna be out of a job. You understand? Or we ain't gonna get that overtime. We just got this new mortgage on this house. See, I think in so many directions, bro. Like, the church. All right, the church. So the church just let y'all use that church for free, or did they charge somebody? Did they get paid to use that church, bro? You see what I'm saying? Like, I didn't see no. You got to look at it, bro. Everybody's not going for that, bro, and that's just the reality and the fact that it was.
What difference does it make if they paid to church or not? What is he talking about? He's just rambling on now. Who gives a fuck if they? Who cares if they gave the church $1 million for these black people to sit down and talk about stop unaliving one another? However they had to make that conversation happen. Who cares? Just make it happen, and they did, and they showed up. Like he said, from everywhere. Crips gangs from everywhere showed up. And you're faulting them for showing up. It was reckless. So what? At the end of the day, it was peaceful. They showed up. They had discussions. They got the ball rolling. It was successful. No violence. Everybody showed up. They got the ball rolling. That should be praised. That should be congratulated. These brothers need to be congratulated for doing that. And instead they're being criticized. That shit hurts, bro. Do you not love your people? Everybody's not with it. Everybody's not going. You talking about the police and their grants. The state gives you the grants. The county gives you the grants, not the police, first of all. And who gives a fuck about what the police think? So you're identifying the police as the enemy. Why have you done something to them? Like you've done to your opposition. Like you so tough and push up on your opposition. Where you from? You know where the police from. They wearing their badge. You have identified them as the opposition, right? Why you ain't done nothing to them? And he says everybody's not with it. But here's the thing. It's not about those who are not with it. This is bigger than them. This is a call to lay down the weapons and stop shedding the blood of our brethren. And to then come together, unify, and if anything, go after the real opposition. And anyone who is opposed to that is opposed to black freedom. That's how they need to be identified. They need to be identified like the Black Panthers used to identify people. And once they identified you as an enemy of the people, it was a death sentence. And these type of people pushing this rhetoric are enemies of the people at the end of the day. They love the other people, but they're enemies of the people. The self-hatred is so deep that they're enemies of the people. They're enemies of black people. They're enemies of the cause and of freedom. And as such, they too, whoever it is that's against it, they need to go. A squad needs to be put together, and they need to be put out of their miserable fucking lives. Get the fuck out of here. See you on the other side. You're gone. We're not going to let you hold back what it is we're trying to do. We'll take you out first. That's for any fucking body. Black people, start thinking like that. Get ready. It's coming. Start thinking like that. Get ready.
Was broadcasted on the internet, bro, it's just not a good look. And I mean, no.
And then everybody, all these different dudes talking about it was broadcast on the internet, but they are on the internet as well. He's on the internet right now talking about you broadcasted everything on the internet. You're saying everything that happened there for the police too. You so worried about the police. Everybody gets on the high horse saying it shouldn't have been on the internet, but you're on the internet as you say this. An oxymoron. Hypocritical. Nothing worse than a hypocrite.
No disrespect to anybody who filmed it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some real veterans, some game experts, you know what I'm saying, that's solid. And
all this old passive aggressive shit, you know. It's genocide. Yeah, we all want the same thing. Then in the next breath, everybody ain't going for it. You know, no disrespect to the people who filmed it, but he means disrespect because then he goes on to say, it shouldn't have been filmed. It shouldn't have been broadcast. Most of the time when someone leaves off with, man, no disrespect, he's about to disrespect you. Man, I ain't trying to offend you. He's about to offend you. No, man, I ain't trying to say nothing bad. He's about to say something bad. He's just warning you.
And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. No disrespect to you. But at the end of the day, I think, you know, it was a mixture. It was like, hey, if we could get the 8 trays and the 6 O's to meet at the table, let's get everybody else to do it. It don't work like that, bro. It don't work like that, man. And shout out to Tiny Menace, you feel me? Because Tiny Menace went viral behind that, bro. And we understand that, like, even when Nip passed, you know, the 8 trays put up there and showed their homage after 40 years of murder. You know what I'm saying? Annihilation. We annihilated our own people behind a force. Man, let me tell you something. You know how vain it is to pretend that, you know, everybody don't wish that we could stop. Everybody wants to stop the killing, but you got to do it with the understanding that it don't start just from the top. You got to start from the bottom. You can't go up there and say, hey, we need y'all to come down here and get at them. If you ain't out there taking them field trips, you ain't out there shooting, you ain't out there doing, you know what I'm saying, what these young niggas doing, how you gonna expect them to listen to that? You know how many G's that probably drove in their car and passed by that little kid that was from the same hood, and now that little kid, remember when he'd see you drive down the street knowing he was walking to the hood, you never gave that dude a ride. Now that dude is grown, now you old, now you want to come holler at him. He remember them times you ain't gave him no ride. He remember all them times, you know what I'm saying? Now it's his time. You see what I'm saying? He just lost his brother 2 days ago. His brother just got knocked down 2 days ago, bro. And you saying, hey, this is what we doing. We go, that ain't how it's done, bro. That's not how it's done, bro.
That is how it's done. If he lost his brother 2 days ago, that's because he was gang banging. It was a war then. Now we're trying to stop it. That was 2 days ago. Today we're trying to put an end to it. Sorry for your loss. A lot of us have lost loved ones, brothers, whether it was 2 days ago or 20 years ago. We can't hold on to it. We're trying to broker peace amongst one another. I know a race of people that has lost millions, and they have forgiven. They have forgiven like a motherfucker. They don't want no revenge. They ain't done nothing about it. So we can forgive one another too. We can forgive one another too. Like we forgive every fucking body else. Like we have forgiven everybody else. Everybody. They set up stores in our neighborhoods. We can't, do you know over there in China, they're kicking blacks out of restaurants and all that, telling them that they can't eat there? But yet, over here, they got every liquor store in our neighborhood. Not only can they come into our stores, they got the stores. And we go into their stores and spend our money. But we can't even go over there and sit down and eat in their country. But y'all forgive them because y'all let them have liquor stores right here in our neighborhoods. You don't do nothing about it. You don't show no race pride. And say y'all can't shop over here. We can't eat over there. Y'all kicking out black people over there. Y'all can't be in our fucking neighborhood then. Y'all don't say no shit. Hell no, black y'all never get out like that. Weak motherfuckers.
I promise you, where I'm from, and I don't get into what my hood and what we do over there, but I promise you this: where I'm from,
gives a fuck. We
don't put that on the internet. We don't put it on the internet, bro. You're not gonna see none of that. You see what I'm saying? I catch it though, right? And I'm a solid person. Me, Nina boy, homie, being on that blacktop, beating up that blacktop, bro. I'm telling you, it's not a single person that could say, Nina boy ain't never took those field trips. Nina boy ain't never been shot. Nina boy ain't never had to squabble up and get packed out. I done did it all, bro. I done did it all. What I'm saying is this, bro.
I'm a bartender and a single mother in Reno. The rising cost.
Everybody ain't going for that, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to look at it like this. For that to be broadcasted, it's going to be certain people from certain hoods. It's going to be hot. Like, oh, so you speaking for us now, nigga? So you speaking for the whole gang now?
Yep.
You feel me? Like, who told you, nigga, we want to do all that, bro? Like, we're still losing people to these wars right now. That is.
Which is why we're trying to stop it. Just lost somebody yesterday. We just lost somebody yesterday. We just lost somebody last week. That's why we're trying to stop it. That's the whole point. That's why we're trying to stop it. That's not a reason to keep it going because you just lost somebody yesterday. That's the reason to stop it. That's the reason to fucking stop it.
It's all the way out, bro. You feel me? Like, ain't nobody going for that, bro. Ain't
yeah, they are
going for that. You got to realize, too, the road.
These dudes crazy. I don't know. I don't know every hood's politics. My hood and a lot of hoods I know though. You know, yeah, one person, bro. They got one person that can make that call. Certainly got 3 or 4, a group of motherfuckers that everybody gonna listen to. I can name them. I can name somebody from damn near every hood in L.A. That's the main man that these youngsters gonna listen to. Ain't gonna have no fucking choice. You don't start from the top. You start from the bottom. You don't start from the bottom. You don't start with no 17-year-old and ask him what you think about peace. He only doing what we taught him. He don't even know who the real enemy is, except for what the hell we told him. He wasn't around when the beef started. He don't know what the hell the beef is over. We got to go to him and ask him if it's okay. If we have peace in the neighborhoods that we started and put on a map. What the, man, these dudes fucking delusional. I wish the fuck I would. Get on board or be purged.
60 politics is not the same from the shotguns. You see what I'm saying? The shotguns might have a different politic. The Hoovers might have a different politic. And we know the Hoovers is a big card, bro. You cannot say, the Hoovers is just going to just make amends and get all the cards. Everybody ain't going for that, bro. I'm just being transparent like a motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say.
Oh, so I guess the Hoovers, he's saying, people ain't going to want a peace treaty with the Hoovers because of everything that's went on with us. Man, why not? Why not? We ain't never lynched you. We ain't killed you and set your body on fire. I know someone that has, and you forgiven them. This sort of rhetoric just sows division. It stokes division, and it foments violence. This is why I have to speak on this. This is why I have to clarify some of this shit, man. Because I too am on the front lines. Call me up, I'll be at the next one. I wasn't invited, I'll be there. I don't give a fuck where it's at. And I ain't afraid of nothing or nobody. Why do I have to be afraid of another black man? Because he's indoctrinated and has been taught to hate me? Well, we're trying to correct that now. And this sort of silly rhetoric gets in the way of that correction. We set these shooters, these young dudes, on the wrong path. We have to intervene now as an older generation and try to put a cease to the destruction that we helped to foment. Why don't you get that?
Bro, it needs to happen. But putting it on the internet, bro, it just pushed us so far back, bro. And to be honest, I think a lot of people had the great initiative, like the 8 Trays and 6 that was their thing, bro. That was their thing. And everybody coming together trying to just do they want to. That's cool. All right, but then again, how you know if the young shooters feel like that? How you know the young ones that's still out there, bro? You can't tell them. Think about it, bro. Like, you ain't helped that dude. Man, how you go? Look, his baby mama just got chipped by a straight bullet 2 days ago. And you telling him, hey, we ain't doing that over there no more. And he barely see you in the hood. How you expect him to respect what you saying? You ain't even over there. Oh, listen, it's some niggas that just came home from the pen, bro. That came home from the pen. Like, nigga, like some of you G niggas ain't with it like that anyway. You niggas ain't moving no traffic over here, bro. But some of y'all trying to get some of them grant monies, and it's so much politics, bro. It's crazy. Like I said, I don't get involved with the politics because, I decided to, chase this YouTube career that I'm aiming so high on. You feel me? And like I say, where I come from, it's pride over there. You see what I'm saying? And niggas respect my position. Like, can't no nigga from my section fault me for wanting to do something different with my life. When I did the program, I did it. You know what I'm saying? Me being a member, bro, and I seen this shit, and I see all of these people dropping content from all different sectors. I'm like, bro, it's going to happen, but you cannot start from the top and not grab the bottom. You see what I'm saying?
We're building something. We have to think big.
What do you know about wind turbine?
Let me tell y'all youngsters something, homie. When you make it from the bottom, homie, keep rolling and stay focused. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to realize with gang banging, bro, niggas don't get... Be honest with you, niggas is not in gang banging for the money. It's a lifestyle. It's a religion, bro. You see what I'm saying, nigga? If you getting into gang banging for the money, bro, you will never be rich. You ain't gonna see no rich niggas running around town knocking each other down and still surviving on these streets, bro. It's this cops and robbers. You see what I'm saying? You nigga, you know what I'm saying, nigga? Cats and rats. You understand what I'm saying? Cats and rats, cops and robbers. You gotta look at it for what it really is, bro. Man, I was a kid, bro. I'm telling you, when I seen that the police wasn't going for the peace treaty, when have we ever broadcasted a peace meeting, bro? When you broadcast a peace meeting, you're exposing your hand. You got to look at it like this. And for the ones who probably even was on camera, the problem is this. The meeting should have never been broadcasted because now niggas is going to look at niggas certain type of way. Like, nigga, how can I trust you? Nigga, you over there, you nigga, nigga, we can't trust. How can we trust you, bro? You over here doing secret meetings and everybody don't even know about it. Everybody don't know about that meeting. Certain ones got the memo, certain ones is tied in, but some of the shooters that's really out there and all that, bro, like you speaking on the behalf of them, bro, when they the ones should be there, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. You like real talk, bro, like West side politics and east side politics are totally two different politics, bro. You can't, I don't care if we allies and running mates, you cannot compare east side politics to the west side politics, bro. It ain't gonna never go down like, bro, like our politics and this politics, they're handled totally different. And even though you might have alliance with somebody, you might feel like, oh yeah, he needs to get done that way. Like, we don't get down like that over here. We handle our own. You feel me? And can't no different side play a course on how shit should be done. But when you look at this, bro, if it don't happen, it's gonna push this shit back so far. And I seen a lot of people like, yeah, about time y'all get it done, bro. Everybody ain't feeling that, bro. Everybody is not feeling it. And the fact that y'all put it on.
So yeah, the politics are not different from the east side and the west side. They're all the same. Stupid ass gang banging. That's it. You're my opposition. We're going to shoot each other up. That's it. It's all the same. Gang banging is all the same. Every fucking where. It's all the same. Stupid. Dumb. Gets nothing done. Death and destruction. That's it. Politics are the same. The peace, you don't need a bunch of different politics to broker the peace. It's simple. It's one objective. It's one goal. Peace. It doesn't take a whole lot of politics. It takes none. We're all on the same page. Don't overcomplicate and convolute the situation. Simplify it. We all want peace, and that's what we're striving for. That's it. Keep saying everybody's not on board. I get it. I understand. I understand the reasons that they're not on board. They've just been indoctrinated. They're just so raw. They're so tough and involved in their street and in their gang and in their hood. There's no talking any sense into them. They will have to be sacrificed. Purge them. Say it with me. Purge them. It may sound callous and ruthless, and like I'm advocating violence and death. I am not. I just understand that in order for us to stop the death, there may have to be a little bit more first. But it's for the greater good of the rest of us. And when we all begin to think like that, that's when we garner our respect throughout the world and our freedom. Not a moment before. You think like that with one another, you have no problem with driving down and unaliving one another.
On the internet, it looks so bad, bro. It looks so bad. Like, at the end of the day, bro, peace
Didn't look bad to me at all, because it was on the internet. You're on the internet. Everybody's on the internet. One person had made video of it. They didn't broadcast it. The Crips didn't broadcast anything. Skip Townsend is not even a Crip. The Crips didn't broadcast anything. And again, I didn't hear not one conversation that was had. I just saw people out walking around. Skip Townsend asking them a couple of questions. How was it in there? Oh, it was cool, man. We're just trying to have peace. That's all you really heard. You didn't hear any discussion that went on inside of the place. So it was not broadcasted. And again, why would we care if the LAPD knows? You worried about the wrong damn thing.
start from within. See, your ego, you know what I'm saying? Your ego is how you make you hate your enemigos. It's the ego inside of you. You got to realize, man, if you want to, you got to change this shit by example, not by your opinion. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't just change this with your words, bro. Like, you got to realize, bro, like, how many of y'all go through stuff every day? Like,
what could a second Trump administration look like?
Project 2025.
Project 2025.
A person will act like they checking on you, but they only calling you because they need a favor. That's how I feel. Like, you got to realize when you approach people with certain stuff, like, you wasn't hollering at me then, but you hollering at me for a favor. You know what I'm saying? You ain't checking on me. You know what I'm saying? You trying to stop this for what are you getting out of it? You got to realize, everybody, bro, it got to be some money involved, bro, when it comes to stuff like that, bro. You see what I'm saying? You got to be careful, bro, because people will use you, you know what I'm saying, use their own pain. Like, people, that's why I say you got to be careful, man. People will use their own pain, you know what I'm saying, as an excuse just to hurt you. You see what I'm saying? Some people will use their own problems just to go take that on somebody else. And when we looking at this, homie, I think the 6 O's and the 8 trays, sit down communication, open channel, that was perfect. That was perfect. But you grabbing all the keyways and pushing this on everybody. You know how vain that is to just accept, you know, it's not always one shot caller. It's multiple shot callers. There's multiple G niggas that have that status where, you know, think about it. You know what I'm saying? How many G's that's actually still in the field with they troopers making guiding niggas cripping and all that's out there that wasn't invited? They're gonna feel some type of way, bro. Like, you didn't go get him. He the one that's sitting next to the shooter. You know what I'm saying? You cool with them. Everybody ain't gonna feel that, bro. It could have been done. And this is out of respect. Without the internet, bro. Without the internet. You know how much slack I be getting for people talking about, Nina Boy, you a real rider, bro. You shouldn't be on the internet. But when I look at Nina Boy got to pay these light bills, all this, and then when I look at the end of the month, because I take this YouTube shit serious, I'm like, okay, thank you, God. Thank you for allowing me to have the content, or just having the momentum to have a channel that can potentially pay bills and do all this type of stuff. So yeah, bro, like, let me tell y'all something respectfully, bro. I mean, no disrespect to anybody who went to that meeting. No disrespect to anybody who have they right mind intact and got the good heart. But at the end of the day, all you heard was people want. Oh yeah, we want this. We want this. We want this peace meeting. Yeah, we ain't trying to say we go be best of friends. We saying ceasefire. How can you say ceasefire when niggas is losing? Bro, the same day that meeting took place, somebody got knocked down from somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? That same day, somebody got chipped from the other side. How can we say that, bro? You feel me? And I'm saying that shit on some, like, bro, everybody talk about, nigga, let me tell you something, bro. If this was done like in 2000 and you was filming this in the 2000s, bro, niggas was getting whooped on, bro. Like, nigga, who told you to speak for us, bro? Oh, so, all right, so what, nigga? Just because you a G from over here, nigga, that don't mean everybody feel the same way. Everybody not gonna feel the same way, bro. Yeah, nigga, get your ass out there. Yeah, I'm a G. I
don't know what hood he talking about in the 2000s. So you saying the OGs would have got whooped on? Man, they ain't no OGs from their hood then, bro. If these youngsters, some youngster gonna go over there and whoop on him, and this is his hood, he helped start this hood, put in work for this hood, before this dude was even born, he ain't got no respect over there. If this dude over here whooping on him, one of them youngsters put their hands on me, I'll be the last motherfucker that they put their fucking hands on. The last one, bro. The last one. The shooters. Yeah, you see a shooter. Dude's fucking crazy.
Get your ass out there, nigga, and catch that, nigga. Everybody ain't feeling like that, nigga. You go catch that, nigga. Nigga, if you a G, nigga, take it like a G. Niggas would have got whooped on back in the 2000s for doing something like that, bro. Like, you can't speak for everybody and broadcast it on social media platforms, bro. That's a no-go, no bueno. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say I reserve my right to have my opinion about that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm reserving my right to have my opinion, bro. Just so we clear.
As far as the politics side, the hoods, what hoods is doing what, not involved with that, bro. You feel me? Like, I don't speak on my own hood, you know, politics, because that's a no bueno. You'll rarely hear me say that. That's out. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to just keyway cripping, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I got my right to say what I want to say outside of my hood, nigga, for sure. For sure. Nah, man, I wish everybody the best. I really wish that it could happen. And I wish that it would not be broadcasted. Everything don't got to be broadcasted, bro. Because once it...
Yet you're broadcasting this. And he said, you know, he's made reference more than once to how it's done on the east side. I grew up on the east side. I have no problem with the east side. But he has a lot to say about the Crips getting together and how it was done reckless and everything that you've heard. But his hood made a peace treaty with the F-13s, you know, some time ago. He ain't talking about nothing about that peace treaty, how it was done wrong and how everybody ain't going for it. So all these young shooters that you keep talking about ain't going for it, they went for the peace treaty. Your young shooters in your hood went for the peace treaty with the Mexicans. They went for it. They went for it. Y'all peace treating with them. We can show you, it ain't how we doing on the east side. We just gonna show us how you doing on the east side. How the peace treaty with the Mexicans? We don't want peace treaty with the Mexicans right now. We want peace treaty with each other. We need to get our shit together first. We ain't got no problem with peace treating with everybody else at some point. But first, we need to focus on peace treating with one another. Having peace amongst ourselves. First, we need to clean up our own fucking backyard before we can clean up somebody else's. We need to love ourselves before we can love someone else. So all this talk about you gonna show us how, no disrespect to the east side. I'm not pulling no punches. I don't give a fuck. No disrespect though to the east side, bro. But this dude keep talking about what the east side can show us and his hood politics and everything that was done wrong in his eyes with these talks with the Crips and how everybody's not going for it. How the shooters are not going for it. How people would have got whooped on. I'm trying to understand, how did y'all come to the conclusion to have peace with the Southsiders? If the shooters ain't going for it, if the OGs got whooped on, get out here in the street and get this, how you gonna speak for us and all this? How did y'all end up having peace then with the Southsiders? How did the shooters go for that? Who called that? Oh, the shooters was cool with that? That's what you gonna say? Well, the shooters, everybody was, the OGs didn't make that call. It started from the bottom. The shooters cool with peace treating with the Southsiders. But the politics are different, and we got to go through all this bullshit when we trying to peace treaty with each other. We got to hear all this bullshit. But however y'all got it done with the Southsiders, do that now. However y'all came to the conclusion, however y'all got it done, where y'all peace treating with them, implement that into some black love and peace treat with one another. The same way the shooters went for it with the Southsiders. Everything you saying the people ain't going for it, certain people ain't going for it. He just lost his brother. It was a deadly war with them Southsiders. Dead bodies on both sides for decades. His brother just got killed yesterday, his baby mama, same thing with the Southsiders. It was a deadly war. Brothers being unalive, kids, all kind of shit. And yet somehow, not surprisingly, black people found it in their hearts to forgive and love the Southsiders, come together. But when we trying to come together, it's all this book, everything is reckless, it's done wrong, and everybody ain't going for it. You went for it with the Southsiders. I said what the fuck I said.
It hit the internet, it is absolutely fair game. You gotta realize it was, you know how many people, now you got eyes on people. Everybody that was up there, how you know niggas wasn't decoys? Like, oh, that's who that was over there? Oh, now we know, all right, placing eyes. It's, bro, everything ain't what it always seemed, bro. Niggas didn't open up a whole nother way, bro. Like, now niggas know who niggas is. You see what I'm saying? If nigga think about it, and then you could tell if it worked based upon how many people from each card was there. You see what I'm saying? You can't have one or two people there representing a whole gang. Like, two people can't speak on multiple blocks. You see what I'm saying? Everybody ain't feeling that, bro. Some of these G's, niggas, his son just died from the other side. His son literally just got killed a day ago. You see what I'm saying? And he wasn't even in.
Same thing happened with the Southsiders. Somebody's son just died a day ago, but y'all still peace treated with them. They saying that the Pyrus hollered at the Tortilla Flats asking for a peace treaty. You ain't peace treating with the blacks yet. I'm gonna do a video about that too. The Tortilla Flat, they turned them down. I hope I'm saying that right. Maybe that's how you diss them. Maybe that's how you diss they hood. My bad if so. I'm the Tia Flats. TF, man, the Flats. Shit. My bad if I ain't trying to disrespect y'all hood. The Tia Flats or whatever. They asked for a peace treaty with them. And they turned them down. Trying to peace treaty with every fucking body except your own fucking people. Bunch of fucking sellouts, bro. Motherfucker on here for an hour talking about how it was done wrong with black people trying to come together. How can you find anything wrong about that? There's nothing wrong done about that. Coming from someone whose gang has a peace treaty with the Southsiders. Only thing we hearing is about how we can't have this peace treaty, why it's not gonna happen. It was done reckless. You broadcasting it to shooters. Gotta talk to them. They ain't going for it. All these reasons that one can come up with not to have peace with one another, you had those same reasons not to have peace with the Southsiders. Those same reasons. His brother just got unalived yesterday. His baby mama got unalived last week. All this shit you talking about. The shooters ain't going for it. All of this stuff. All of these obstacles that we're going to have amongst each other to build this peace. Where were those obstacles when you brokered peace with the Mexicans? And if you had those same obstacles, how did you overcome them? How did you get to the shooters and convince them to have peace with the Mexicans? That's what I want. Honestly, I want to know. I want to know. So we can tell our shooters the same thing, so we can have peace amongst each other. What did y'all do over there? What did y'all do over there? How did y'all convince y'all shooters? How did the OGs convince the shooters then that it was okay to have peace with the Mexicans? And y'all gonna get on board with this? Why did the shooters get on board with that? Why was it okay to have peace with the Mexicans? But you're telling us we gotta holler at the shooters and they ain't going for it when it's time to have peace with black people. Help me understand this fucking shit.
Invited to it. It gotta be done secretly, bro. I say respectfully, it was done out in the open. That's not how Keyway Nation conduct business. You don't think about it, bro. It's like a job. Hey, let me tell you something, homie. It's like a job. When you're not seeing eye to eye with that job and you're fired, you can't come back and say, hey, let's have a sit down. Let's work this out. No, when you're fired, you're fired. You're done. It ain't no coming back from that. You see what I'm saying? It opened up the door for civilians to have their opinion, and y'all ain't never took no filter. And no disrespect to the civilians, but if you ain't been out there and you ain't never sat in the car and watched somebody shoot your homeboy straight in his face from the other side over a reason that you know why, over your homeboy was fucking his baby mama and all, and it went down like that. You see what I'm saying? Because 9 out of 10 is still behind females, it's still behind social media. This new generation don't care about the history of it. It's about how they can get down. The run-ins, they got into it at the Crenshaw Malls or Fox Hills Malls and all of this, you know what I'm saying, in the same apartment building, or, you know, they caught him mobbing out Western, nigga jumped out, hopped out, blew his brother brains out, you see what I'm saying, and right in front of him 2 days ago, you see what I'm saying, or somebody over there killed his mama, you see what I'm saying, you telling him that, bro, it's not supposed to be done on the internet.
Again, you can say the same thing about any black gang and any Southsider gang. Yet these black gangs are reaching out for peace with the Southsiders, and these black gangs have already had peace with the Southsiders and have an ongoing peace treaty with the Southsiders. Even though just yesterday he was walking down the street and he blew his brother's brains out and all this shit, you still found a way to have peace with him, bro. You still found a fucking way. And if we try to have peace 10 years from now, the same thing is going to be said. Just 2 days ago, this happened and that happened. Because if it's ongoing, there's going to constantly be someone that loses a loved one. So at any point that we try to broker the peace, if it's a year from now, 2 months from now, 5 years from now, on that date that the peace is trying to be brokered, someone is going to be able to say, man, just yesterday, Such and such happened to my brother, my sister, my nephew. Because it's war. It's gang violence until it stops. So right now he's saying, man, just yesterday something happened. You trying to tell him about peace. We got to start at somewhere at some point. 10 years from now, you're going to be able to say that same thing. You're going to have the same argument. Because the war is ongoing. The whole point is to put an end to it. So that a year from now, no one can say, man, just yesterday, my brother was brutally unalived in front of me. Because now we have peace. His video was 51 minutes. I'm only at 27. I'm going to let him talk. Clearly, he's saying the same thing. I'm going to let him talk a little bit more. I'm going to end it.
Internet at all, bro. Like if you really wanted that to be a successful
I've
hit,
had enough.
it would have never been on the internet. It would have never. I see a lot of people that clearly ain't never been in the field, bro, don't understand what I'm saying. So I'm gonna just knock you down. Y'all can't even drop a comment. You know, all this shit, nigga. Y'all don't even get it, bro. It's sad because it was some real gangsters, bro. It's some real gangsters that was out there, some real G's that mean good, bro. That means good. You know what I'm saying? And they're absolutely solid people. But it was so much going on in that, bro. People now you just don't know the exposure. You know how many people got exposed? People got exposed, bro. And think about it. You know, the way you handle Crip piecing, not on the internet, bro. Not on the internet. And no disrespect to anybody who filmed it. 100% no disrespect. Respectfully, humbly. Do not mean to offend anybody. I get it.
That's enough. I'm done. He's saying the same thing basically. Y'all get it. Y'all go check out his channel. That's Nina Boy from East Coast. Go check out his video or whatever. Y'all want to see some more of what he had to say. I've seen enough. And so I just wanted to address that. There was nothing wrong with what those brothers did. They're trying to broker peace and stop the violence, the unnecessary violence amongst us, amongst our people. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. I'll continue with the video and do the other half if y'all want me to. Really no need. He's basically saying the same thing. No disrespect to Nina Boy either. Shout out to Nina Boy. Y'all go check out his channel. Certainly not clout chasing. I got clout in real life on the streets. I got clout on fuck YouTube clout. I got real clout. You know what I'm saying? But I'm passionate about my people and I love my people and I want us to stop this violence. And I'm not gonna pull any punches about that, and I don't feel like any of us should. You know, the stakes are too high. We have to get serious about this. And anyone who's a dissenter, who's gonna wreak havoc and cause dissension amongst the people and poison the community, we need to, say it again, purge them. That's it, man. I'm serious. That's it. I don't give a fuck who it is. Purge them, bro. This shit is that serious. You know, but shooters ain't going for it, but they went for it with the Southsiders. They went for the peace treaty with them. I don't want to hear that shit, man. So that's it. I can go on and on, but let me just stop it there. This video is already over an hour long. Y'all probably gonna watch 10 minutes of this shit. Let me just stop it. You know, but I'll be back. Power to the people. Let's come together, black man. To the youth, we love you. To the OGs, we love y'all too. I love you. And it's time to put down the violence and the guns as it relates to one another anyway, and come together. And that's it. And that's what I stand for. And anybody who is against it is against the people. It's an enemy of the people. They need to be identified as such and then purged. I'll be back. In the meantime, stay free, people.